Hi guys, it's Lynn here. Hope everyone is having an incredible day. Now guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to remove a light infestation of pests on your plants. Now in this case I'm using ferns as an example because with a lot of my other plants, especially cacti, I tend to use things like rubbing alcohol, commonly also known as isopropyl alcohol. And also I like to use neem oil as more of a prevention, but it's also a good insecticide as well. And then in severe cases, I resort then to systemic insecticides. But in this case, there's only a very light infestation on these ferns of the common sort of, it's like a little type of fern louse. And I think it's related to the sort of green fly. But this, if you have pests like mealybug, I wouldn't personally recommend using a jet spray to wash them off. I would then recommend either using isopropyl alcohol and to treat them first, to remove them, and then also treating with a case of neem oil also afterwards. And stay tuned for some future videos I'm going to be making on how to use neem oil as a preventative and also a treatment for a light infestation of pests. As I hate to recommend systemics, but if you have a very severe infestation of pests on your plants, sometimes you do have to resort to systemics, the ones that do still work. But I find that a solution of rubbing alcohol, the isopropyl alcohol and the neem does work, using both in conjunction. The rubbing alcohol to remove the physical pests I can see, and then the neem as a preventative, and also it does help to work its way through any sucking insect pests and helps to prevent further outbreaks. And stay tuned for some videos coming up on how to treat your plants with neem. Now, I may actually, although I'm removing these pests with the jet spray, I find when you do remove pests with water spray, it will keep them at bay, but it does not get rid of them because obviously they are hiding in so many places. They are going to keep coming back, but it keeps it at bay. So in a light infestation, it's quite easy to do, especially if you don't want to use any type of insecticide at all. I don't personally like to use any of them if I have to. I don't really like killing anything, but sometimes, you know, if you don't, they'll kill your plants. But in this case, I'm going to remove as many as I can with a jet spray. And you can keep doing this every couple of weeks to keep them at bay. But what I will do in this case, I'm going to give these a good spray to remove any I can physically see. And then in a couple of days' time, I'm actually then in fact, I will actually give them a neem oil spray because it does the plants a bit of a boost as well. It's harmless to plants and harmless to beneficial insects and also harmless to bees. And as it doesn't hurt the plants, I'm going to use that. And I'll show you how I make the mix up as well. I'm also going to be doing the cacti as well in the polytunnel and that. So stay tuned for a few more videos on how to use neem oil. But in this case, I'm just using the jet spray to remove the bugs here. And as I say, you don't have to use anything after this if you prefer just to remove them with the water. Now enough of me waffling on. Now what you need to make sure is that when you're removing it, you hear some people say use a spray from a watering can or jet spray, but to be honest, I find a really strong jet spray that's not going to hurt the plants. Ferns are very sort of soft, so you don't want anything really powerful. It's going to snap all the leaves. But in this case, I've got the shower attachment on a medium sort of jet spray setting. And obviously you don't want to use boiling hot water and you don't want to use icy cold water either, where you're going to harm the plants. You just want to have it on a very, very lukewarm, tepid water jet spray. Now I always prefer to use rainwater, but obviously because I'm using the shower attachment, I can't in this case. This is just to remove the bugs. And as I say, I'm going to be treating the next couple of days with a neem oil application to prevent any further bugs coming back again. So stay tuned for that, as I said. And as I say, now you want to make sure then that you set the shower at a medium setting so it's not too hot. Excuse me walking in here, guys. Just going to turn that on. Obviously, when you first put the shower on, you want to keep it away from the plants first of all, because sometimes it can take a minute or two to regulate the water. So as I say, sometimes this shower anyway, and I'm sure yours is similar, has a habit of either coming on boiling hot. Now this attachment again, that's it. Should have regulated now. It has a habit of either coming on too hot or too cold. So just going to excuse me for a minute while I try and make sure the water is the perfect tepid happy temperature for these plants. It's a little bit, tiny bit too warm. Let's turn it up again a bit so it's lukewarm. So you just want it a nice, light, just coolish temperature there. Right. See, that seems like a nice cool temperature, not too hot. Now, that's it. So as I say, make sure that you're not using hot water. It's a little bit too warm. Turn it a little bit here. And that's perfect temperature, just literally lukewarm. And then all you need to do is, now this is going to take time, so I'm not going to bore you with the whole thing. Is going through each leaf, making sure that you thoroughly get rid of any pests on here. And as I say, this is to show you, this is only a light infestation, so luckily this is going to be caught up on. Just see if I can show you any of the pests on here. There's a few on there, just jet them off. You can see them sort of going away. Turn the plant upside down here. You want to make sure you're thoroughly, as the jet spray will loosen them. In this case, these are more like little tiny sort of green fly type of bugs. I think the ferns are very prone to them, and they're commonly called like the fern type of louse. So it's important that you remove as many as I physically can see. And as I say, with these type of pests on your house plants, doing this every couple of weeks would stop the bugs from getting any worse. And it certainly would stop them from causing any bad infestations, but it's not going to get rid of them. So this is more of a removing what you can physically see, rather than getting rid of them. As I say, water won't kill the pests as such. It just removes what physically ones are able to physically come off. There you go. That's that one. That's pretty much done. And then the next one here. Again, you've got the jet spray going all underneath the leaves here. Make sure you're removing as much as you can see. As I say, I have been sort of keeping on top of these bugs with the jet spray, so it's not really that bad. But as it keeps coming back, I will be treating them with neem. And that's really all you have to do. So this isn't a how-to video. This is more me showing you how I sort of keep light infestations at bay. But as I say, it's whether you just want to carry on keeping them at bay or wanting to get rid of them for good. So stay tuned for the neem video coming soon. And ferns, as a lot of other house plants, sort of love a bit of a shower anyway. They come from tropical climates. So this is a tropical warm climate and a lot of humidity as well. These are indoor ferns, by the way, rather than the outdoor ones. And the shower is not going to do them any harm. Now guys, with small sort of ferns like this one, you can sort of put them under the tap, and then what you want to do is just gently use your fingers to loosen up any of the pests so they come away easily like this, rather than putting them under the big jet shower if you've only got small plants. So guys, there you go. That's it all nicely washed and removed from pests. And as I say, leave these now in the shower just to dry off a little bit. And this will soon sort of perk up again when the heaviness of the water goes away from all the fronds. And as I say, the ferns love a bit of a shower bath anyway, whether you have pests or not on your plants. With house plants, as long as they're not cacti and succulents, obviously, they love a bit of a shower anyway, so it's beneficial to them, and there's a good chance as well to remove any lurking pests. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of plant power. As always, from Ireland. And until the next video, guys, bye. Bye. Bye.